Hey everybody.
Hey everybody. Hey
I was having some technical issues, so that's my excuse for the day. um, no, but really, I'm still trying to get it off my phone. My computer was not connecting, and so I was trying to see about getting on it on my phone, which I don't like to do, but you know. So if you haven't been to my channel before, my channel is Sarah Upsidedown, and I do content for ADHD, ASD, autism, and mental health, and a whole bunch of other things that I just sort of like throw in there and swish wash around or whatever, because it's all connected. So anyways, that's kind of what I usually talk about. I haven't been on here in, this is going to bother me, but I haven't been on in probably a few weeks or so, some of which is my fault, some is other people ghosting on me, but it's whatever, I'm trying to work it out. Not that any of the ghosting was purposeful ghosting, but it did take away from me doing some of my Wednesday normal meetings with you guys at 1. And it's sort of, those are the only days I can schedule it on. So it's sort of like thrown me out of doing my normal thing. And these are like the only really routine things that I do, besides like the gym and like trying to stay healthy or whatever. So, but yeah, so I actually was on vacation in Florida, not last week, but the week before that. So we went to like Universal and all that kind of stuff. Yes, be a nice human. Anyway, went to Universal and all that. It was kind of chaotic because it was the first week my kids are out of school. So, whatever. But we had fun, but I didn't do a video that week. This is my little buddy, Leo. He hasn't been on here before, but he might come on here and say a couple things in a little bit. What do you need, buddy?
I want to watch Adventure Time, the one that has Cake the dog and the girl in Adventure
Time. Give me about 15 minutes or so.
Okay, because Oscar Ben 10's on.
Okay, 15 minutes. We'll think about it. Okay. Adventure time. Yeah. So ADD crap. Anyway, went to Florida. It was like chaotic. I don't know about you, but like being like autistic and ADHD and like trying to go on like vacation with places, there's a lot of people, and I don't know. I felt like a really scared Pomeranian. It was just like I don't know. It was just a lot. It's like a crazy thing going on. But the kids had a lot of fun, and all that. I don't know, like, are vacations like relaxing at all whenever you have kids? I don't know, but there was still some good relaxing times. But yeah, I'm trying to get back in my flow now. I'm going to start scheduling people who want to do podcasts with me and any other things like that, not on Wednesdays, because then I'm not able to let y'all know about the podcasts and stuff that I did, or like what, it just gets chaotic. So I'm not going to do that anymore. We learn from our mistakes. And sometimes I need to learn like 3 or 4 times. So, growth. It's a slow moving process. Now, on the other side of, what other people did, I cannot control that. That was not necessarily my fault or theirs. But on my side, I've been going just through a lot of crap. And for some people who have joined my channel, they did during a time when it was probably, I don't know, my whole life's been trauma, to be honest. But it was a very, is still... See, I can't even talk about it with my mind, trying to like revert to somewhere else. But with everything with my mom, and like the way that her case went and stuff like that, it was just not like a normal thing. And already kind of like dealing with emotions and stuff differently. I think like being neurodiverse or whatever, I've just been trying to kind of go through some of those things. And thankfully, I've had a therapist for over a year, almost two. I don't know. I have no concept of time, but for a while before everything happened, and it's been very helpful. But I haven't gone through a complete downward spiral. Thankfully, I guess I've gone through so much different like areas of like traumatic experiences or whatever. You just, stuff gets old to keep doing, like all the crazy stuff or whatever you think's actually going to like work to cope with. It doesn't. So, yeah. So I've just been trying to like stick to a lot of the positive things that I can do, like staying, exercising and keeping my health up. I still get super stressed out on a daily basis, just dealing with like sensory overload and things like that. Buddy, can you shut my door? Thanks. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes that stuff just like doesn't work at all. I've been really trying to practice a lot with karate, because I started karate with my son not too long after kind of getting through the ending process of my mom's case, and wanted something really helpful for him to learn how to cope and go through his emotions and myself. So we joined together, and that's been really good. But on days when I just cannot control my thoughts about it, like, I don't know, it's definitely like the mixture of the ADHD and autism, but like I'm trying to figure it all out. I'm trying to like science my own brain. I'm trying to pull the pieces all apart. Like, I know some of you probably understand this because we do it with stuff. Well, I do it with myself and probably other people sometimes, because that's why I like MBTI, personality types, and all that stuff. So it's like a constant thing, but like, it's like I do not lack the ability to introspect on myself at all anymore. Or I didn't before, but like I probably didn't as much. And so now I can like gauge everything about like how I feel, like what's going on with that. But and I can pull it apart, but the putting it back together part, you're having to rewire your brain through all this trauma. Anyways, I don't know like how I got on this tangent, besides that, well, I'm me and this is just how it goes. But just dealing with all that stuff, and I'm sure some of you could imagine, if you like followed the whole thing, like, why is she even on here? Like, how is she even doing this stuff? I don't know. Like I said, I'm used to going through just some really hard stuff. This isn't like the first time I've gone through losing someone really close to me. This has been way different. I don't know how to explain grief, but I should be better at dealing with it by now. Okay, you can't really get good at that. That's not like a thing. But I think the only thing that I need to do was what I usually did, which was keep going. And like, when people like try to tell you to keep going or whatever, like just get back up, whatever. Like, they probably only know like a fourth of the crap that you're going through. And so coming from them, it sounds really easy to do. Well, I just didn't know what else to do other than to try to keep doing things. And it turned out that some of the stuff that I needed to do was nothing. One of the reasons why I was late again, besides my computer connection, is because I needed to go do nothing and get a massage. Again, I felt like the last time I talked to you guys, I was probably getting back from a massage, because I'm getting them monthly now, because I need that. She popped like 5 different bubbles in the side of my neck. That's not right. Like, no. Okay, because I'm like so filled with stress and trauma. Okay. I laugh. It's really not funny. It's just, coping mechanisms. They stick with you. But, she had to massage out bulges of just stuck together on my neck, and it's like all the way down, like pop, 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 pop. Like there was so much in there, because there's so much that you hold on to. And like I get frustrated whenever I'm supposed to have something set up, and like I like to be able to be helpful to other people and show that you can get through some of these things, some of these traumas. But at the same time, like, don't be fooled, guys, because I'm a total mess, unless I'm not fooling you at all, because I am a total mess. Whatever. Take whichever side you need to, or put it in the middle, like a flipping cheeseburger. But, you know, I try to give out the stuff that has helped me through learning about being autistic, through learning about being ADHD, and, you know, the mental health that comes with a lot of that stuff. But in reality, for those who do any type of YouTubing stuff, do any type of like Instagram, I don't know, there's just too many things out there. I can't keep up with it. It's just too much. Like, that's overwhelming. But if you can do it all and be like sane at the end of the day, go ahead. But if you feel the need to just drop out all of a sudden because your mental health's going to crap, you're dealing with some like complex PTSD, or, you know, you're just really struggling, then, oh, well, you know, like sometimes you just have to take breaks. And I don't know, something was telling me that even though like people weren't showing up for appointments and this and that, and I'm trying to like work around their schedules for that, was whatever, that I didn't get super frustrated when it happened, though. I was kind of like, well, I guess it's just time for a break today. I mean, I could have definitely made a video, but it's, you know, it's whatever. Like, I'm learning to sort of let go of those things a little bit, because I'm not trying to be more stressed, and I'm just trying to keep myself together and get more massages. That's all you need in life. Okay, probably not. But yeah, see, my brain already reverted from the specific trauma to just talk about trauma. I mean, it's really funny how your brain does that, which is why I've been trying to do that whole like ASMR stuff, because like I need to work through this, even though it sucks. I feel like I should make a rhyme because I do it all the time. Anyway, besides the point. Along with all of that, you know, losing my mom, going through like basically just this whole like detective case and all this stuff, and just trauma, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I hope that word's not triggering to you, but like that's all stuff that I've been going through lately, and why I just also suck at, you know, dependability sometimes. Like I used to be really great at that, when I'd probably ignore my stuff more, ignore my well-being and my health and my hygiene and my trauma more, then I was able to work more with other people's times and bend over backwards for them, that, whatever. And now I'm just trying to take care of myself, you know, because going through all of that, like at the beginning of this year, like wax on, it brought up like other things that I had gone through that I didn't process. And so you can imagine going through like a really tragic, you know, experience. And then you realize, okay, well, I didn't get through, you know, this or this person that I lost, or, you know, this experience that I went through, or whatever. I must have just been like so resilient that I bounced back up and flew away from it to where I couldn't see it anymore. You know, you just have to survive. And those instincts are like, you know, yeah. It doesn't mean I have like no empathy. I just have so much, sometimes dealing with those emotions and like trying to process them is like a very slow thing that has to take a lot of time. And something that I realized in my life is that I didn't really feel like I was able to have that. Like I was like, everybody just seemed to be like going on about everything, like normal life, like nothing ever happened, you know. And I'm just kind of like, I just went through all this stuff. Like, I don't need to be acting normal. I need to be going through the crap. And so I felt the need after, well, really not really being able to help the whole ghosted thing a couple times or whatever. But besides that, like, just for it to be okay, like, I need to take this time. Like, I've needed to take this time for the past like 3 or 4 months. Like, my mom's case went on from, January, and it's somewhat still ongoing, but all the way from January till March, almost April. We didn't even get her stuff back, which will be a whole nother video, until just like maybe a week or so after my birthday. My birthday's in May, guys. We gave them stuff in like February or whatever. So, not cool. But there's been trauma that was created from the circumstances of what we were put through the case too, and how we were treated, and how our mom's stuff was kind of handled, and a lot of things, at least that part made it to the news. That's great. But yeah, people just go on because they don't have what you're going through. And this isn't a like, oh, pity video, like, wah, 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 Sarah just been through so much stuff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I have. And like, I am strong, I'm a strong person. But I have some very weak moments, and it's caused me a lot of crap. So I'm just letting myself kind of go through it, letting myself take that time. And I do plan on being on here, Wednesdays weekly. Like, I'm still a stay-at-home mom. This is what I kind of do for my side job that, like, I do for free because I like to help other people. But if I don't show up, I probably am having a bad day because, like, I still get sensory overload, and being hypersensitive due to, like, complex PTSD as well. Like, everything seems to be a trigger right now. And I don't feel bad about saying that anymore because I'm trying to work on it. And so there's the difference. Like, that doesn't mean I'm perfect every day, but I'm trying to work on it because I'm starting to see my own patterns, and not just like what's going on out in the world, like trying to figure out the world. There's no figuring it out. It's just chaos out there. Just can't, I don't know, whatever. Don't waste your time doing that. You need to like get this chaos, in some sort of like control. But yeah. Anyways, been sort of a like crazy video. Lots of breathing. Like, I've been doing lots of breathing. But yeah, not a pity video, but it's just more of me trying to share some of these things so that other people know, like, it's okay. Like, and your stuff doesn't have to be the same as mine for you to feel the same about whatever you're going through. Like, just be a nice human. I feel like I wore this shirt on the right day. It's one of my favorite shirts. And it's also Pride Month. So I'm just repping rainbows all over the place. Like, I'm going to be that person. Woo, woo. Whatever. But yeah, even if your stuff isn't the same and you're going through a lot of things, like, give yourself some grace, because you're awesome, and like, we just need time, and like, other people got to understand your boundaries with that. Like, if you're going through like this whole different, like, yes, I did get some Hope Rocks, like a whole handful. Like, I was sitting down with the box, and I was having a hard time with giving the whole box back, period. Because if y'all watch my videos at all, y'all know I like rocks and stones and shiny things that are rocks and like whatever. But yeah, dang it, I always feel like I'm going to be able to go back to where I was whenever I get distracted. And then I just totally forget. Like, I forget where I was at all. Like, oh my goodness. I'm just saying, like, I don't need to take a test again to see if I'm autistic or ADHD. The test is just watching me on video. Like, I mean, it's all real. Let's just put it that way. Is it all okay? Probably not, but whatever. But yeah, just taking a step back, breathing, trying to do some different therapies. Also realize not just like when your mental stuff is going to crap, like it's your physical that, you know, all that stress and all those things. And a lot of people know that, but like I really do, you know, I really do, because I just found out something else on the list. You know, I found out in the past 2 years about, you know, being autistic and arthritis and like all this stuff, bro. All this stuff. And now I found out the other day when I went to the foot doctor that I have neuropathy. I mean, it wasn't really a surprise because I like OCD, like look stuff up or whatever. Like, no, I'm not a hypochondriac. I'm just like, it takes a while to get to the doctor, and you want to start trying to do some natural stuff while you're waiting. So whatever. And it's a good thing because I was already doing what she told me to do for it. But going to the massage therapist helps too. But it you know, is probably also connected to how my brain's wired, and also having like a lot of PTSD stuff. And people just don't always connect those things, but it also affects my sensory processing disorder issues a lot more, having you know, nerve damage and stuff like that in different areas. So I've also just been trying to like make sure, even though I hate talking on the phone and making calls, okay, I get it. I'm like, I get it. So if you do, like, I get it, we can do it. Like, we can try. We can at least pick it up, and if someone answers it, like, do it real fast, and then like try again. Like, I have like anxiety of the phone, but I've been making the calls to schedule my appointments and get stuff done because my body needs it. So I've gone to my appointments. I found out like it sucks to have like all these like 15, okay, that's exaggerative, but at least like 5 to 6 or 7 so invisible illnesses or whatever. Like I have probably such a high pain tolerance from not taking care of it for a while. But I'm like going to the doctors. I'm making the annoying calls or whatever. I'm waiting on the waiting thing with the little ding ding song, and I'm getting the appointments I need to. I have a neurologist scheduled. I've been trying to get back to the neurologist for probably months. I don't know now. So I finally have that appointment scheduled, and like, I know y'all don't want to know like all the doctors I go to and all this like blah, 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 blah stuff. But a lot of you probably need to do it too. Like, go get a checkup, you know, and I tell you this because like, as a, you know, higher functioning, like neurodiverse autistic person or whatever you want to say, because I'm open to whatever, you know, like a lot of us have like different health stuff. A lot of the times it's invisible, like our autism is, or how people want to say that, whatever. And so we have to make sure that we are taking care of our bodies and our health, because it affects our mind, and our mind affects our bodies. And next thing you know, you're doing what I did last week, and you're just like taking CBD gummies and eating the entire house. Okay. So like, I'm very sensitive to stuff. And so like, I don't know why it all affects me like I'm a 7-year-old child, but it does. And so that hasn't really helped. You have to go to the doctor, do the right stuff. I'm trying to be responsible with my health in every aspect. And I guess like just, you know, besides checking in, telling you all the like not so great, but also some fun stuff like the vacation, and that was all fun and tan and woohoo, I get to be outside and it's summer and I'm in Texas. It's like hot as crap. But besides all that, I guess it's sort of the message that I have, or that I'm leaving, is that like, it's okay to be depressed. And something that Jim Carrey said, because if y'all watched any of these, y'all know that I really love him too. Depressed means you need deep rest. Depressed, deep rest. Just repeat that like 5 more times. Deep rest, deep rest, deep rest, deep rest. Yeah. It's okay though, because we go through some stuff, but the emotions, like, obviously, if you're depressed and you're having like some danger, like a danger type of depressed, but sometimes, like, I just realize that it's my body and my mind, and they're stopping me, and I need to rest. I need to rest my mind. I need to rest my body, and I need to reprioritize what I'm doing. Like, what am I doing? And yeah, so I would just use that suggestion in your own life, because it's been really helpful to me to just know that it's okay to do some of those things. I have 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl, and they're 6 and 4, and I love them to death, but they're also half the reason why I'm just like, losing it and nuts. They're all over the place, and I'm all over the place, and they make a lot of sounds, and kids are great. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's like not even on that side. So OCD. But yeah, it's just been a roller coaster. I feel like I am like the shock wave, and it goes forwards, and then it goes back again, and then it goes forwards, and like the back again isn't always me, but sometimes it is. You can, well, you're right. Unless you have coffee, you can go 200 miles more. Yeah. Someone commented that you can only go 200 miles an hour for so long. So then just drink a cup of coffee. I'm just kidding. That's not good advice. I'm actually trying to drink less coffee, but when I tell myself I'm going to drink less coffee, somehow I ended up drinking more coffee. That's the ADHD side for sure, because it's like, I need dopamine. I'm sad. I don't have enough. And so, whatever. But I also have been like getting the vitamins the doctor has been telling me to, with all these stupid health issues. So just stop being stubborn. Like, I get it. I got a lot of like executive dysfunctioning. I can't remember stuff most days. I don't even know what the day is. Like, I can't do a lot of things. But part of it, besides the part that I can't, like control, is like just straight up like stubborn, because I feel like I've tried so much stuff, and I've tried to like also have like a better life or whatever. And well, stuff happens. Again, when you feel like you're getting up the hill. So, I'm trying not to be stubborn, like take in information that is helpful from people who are positive, or the doctors or whatever, to try to listen to them and try whatever it is on the table that I can get better, and be stronger for myself and my kids, and just to not be in as much pain physically or mentally. And, as y'all can tell, I don't really get super emotional about this stuff on here. I've just always sort of like had to process that alone, because I need a lot more time to process the emotions and things. And it turned out before, I don't know that I was processing them much at all. So, you learn eventually, hopefully. And I hope that someone who is maybe listening to this later, like, will just understand or know that it's okay that you didn't, because some of us never were taught how. And I know that's my story anyways. Yours may be different, um, whatever that is. But with mine is, a lot of things I wasn't taught how to do, but that doesn't mean just because my body's failing at almost 30 that I can't learn now, that I can't start to figure it out, because I don't want to repeat the cycle where my kids don't know what to do. And with some of the struggles that they have, socially and emotionally and stuff like that, like I can understand why I got from where they were, like to where I'm at now. Not just because of them and how they are, but just like how everything is, how society, whatever, like everything is. Um, I can understand that even if my parents maybe would have told me, it still would have been hard, but I still would have kind of like had some tools on that. But it's not too late to like figure that out, even if you're like 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever. Because you're still able to switch it around, and you're still able to show those adult children that like that's possible to do. And I fail like every single day, but I also do some really great things every single day. Or try to. And that's the point. I'm still trying. I'm trying to figure out a lot of stuff about my identity in some other aspects, and maybe I'll come on here a different day and talk about that. Um, but sort of on an ending note, when you lose a parent and just go through something like that in the way that I did, or it's just a, kind of a different process of like, how everything went. And if you don't know the story, I have some old videos that kind of talk about everything. And we're going to be doing stuff with our friends sometime, hopefully soon, AK and Gonzo, getting some information out with them, and just trying to complete this story. A lot of people watched and went through the process with us, but we have a story to finish. And I think that's why I've been going through some of the stuff that I am, is because because it's bringing up a little emotion. You can't see it, but, or maybe you can, I don't know. But is because I haven't been able to get that out. And so then you just kind of feel like you're just stuck with it, and I know that they get how that is. But my sister and I kind of feel like we need to finish our story. So stuff with that. But yeah, anyway, with going through that process and losing a parent, like you start to look in yourself a little more, and not necessarily in like negative ways or whatever, but it's just like, for me, it's like, who really like am I, and who do I want to be? Because a lot of this, and unexpected things, one after another, going through COVID with all this crap too, is like, like you do only live once, and this is not a YOLO, okay? Like, and you have this time, and I've always thought of time as precious, always. Like, my time is like, like super important to me. And I've always given it, and I've always been frustrated about sometimes like it, just not always, being equal. And sometimes you don't pick the people that you should have kind of knew that, because there was probably red flags all over, or whatever, for friends or relationships, and sometimes even family. But like, I'm just trying to go through all of this process and examine myself, good and bad, and try to not just spend my life like stressed and worried and like, whatever. Obviously, like going through some of the stuff, being autistic and, whatever, and these not so great experiences, it's like, how do you even come back from some of this stuff? I don't know. I'll figure it out, hopefully. But just wanting to be myself. And I know like we're in like 2021, everything's about like self-love and be yourself and whatever, but I don't really like mean it in just a way where it's just like because everything is like acceptable or whatever. It's more it's for me to see that and to know that like it's okay to be whoever I am. And you just don't really know how much time that you have left. So what's the point in wasting it? Like, just trying to be what everybody needs. But maybe who you need is you. Because I realized that that's somebody I have needed for a long time, is myself. And no selfish things attached to that. It's just real stuff, and take it however you want to, but it's just a process of growth, I think, and not selfishness. And especially going through, some of these traumatic experiences or whatever, like, I would say it's a better time than not ever at all. So, yeah. So I got a new phone since I have braked in all this stuff. I was like, that was depressing. Let's just go ahead and switch the back over here. But so I'm going to be like recording some of my videos just so that way I can do a little bit in like my time, but I will be posting them at the same time. And so y'all can comment on those too. But I'll also be doing live because I like to do lives with other people. And if you are interested in doing any of the topics, whether it be autism, ADHD, mental health, personality types, anything like that, you can comment below after this video is posted, or PM me. Cannot say that. PM me on my Facebook page, which is the Eccentric Autistic, and go ahead and like that while you're there, because you're already there, so you might as well, and I'm trying to get my stuff back up because I've just been like in a drain. It's like watching the water in the bathtub turn into a tornado, and it just keeps on going down until there's nothing. Well, I think that's burnout, but I'm pulling myself out of that, and would love to start collabing with people. I think that would help a lot, is to get together with some more people out in there in the world that get their voices out, help share, and whatever, be a nice humans together. Yeah, so y'all have a great rest of your Wednesday hump day. I don't even understand. Like, why do they call it that? It's weird. Whatever. Pride. So I will see y'all later. And if you think this video was helpful, or, some people probably wouldn't even know what I was talking about if they haven't followed me before, but share it so that maybe they can get to this channel and share some of their story too. All right. I will see y'all later.